Welcome back to our next demonstration and instruction guide on using iBooks Author. I've got my previous iBook open in front of us, which is the one we've been playing with in this tutorial so far. We're now going to use this blank set of pages here to do a few more tips and tricks using things like images and text and shapes. Just going to fill this page full of different types of text, images and shapes, just to get the feel of how to use all the different tools. I'm going to start off with a text box. Click on it once and in comes a text box. I can move it to where I'd like to and start typing. And so on. And it puts it in the default font. I can make the text box bigger and smaller, and then if I get my font toolbar out, I can change the font to something different or something bigger or whatever I choose to use. I can highlight my colour, 4 clicks, open the colour toolbar and choose a colour for my text. So just change the colour, close the toolbar, just change the font, close the toolbar, we've got our text ready to use. Now, if I want to do a little bit of editing, if you look up here carefully, we've got our bold, our italic, our underline, our centre, our right, our fully justified. We've even got the spacing in between the lines, the leading, it's called. And we've got information about columns, and we can even add bullet points or numbers. So there's basically all the tools we need to use with our information about fonts and sizes. We've even got different fonts up here. We can click on the font here and choose a different font, and we can use any font we like. Now, as you can see, my text box has got a plus sign on. That means there's more text hidden, and I can drag it out to make it all fit in. Okay. If I'm unhappy with what I've done there, I can edit and undo the move and keep going back, stepping back, step by step, till I get to where I want to be. Fantastic. Also on the inspector over here, I also have some other text tools. I've got all the colours we just talked about. I've got spacings between the characters, I can make them smaller. So if I highlight the text first, I can change the spacing in between the words. I can change the line size. I can gently smooth things around so it all looks really smooth and fits in. I've got lists here. I've got tabs, as you would have in a professional word processing program. And there's even a section here with all about borders and fills and pagination and all sorts of technical text information. There's plenty of information about text. So that's our little section on text. Moving on, we're going to look at bringing an image. Now, I would like to generally always use the information I've got in my media toolbar that's come all the way from iPhoto. However, you might have a folder, as I've got here on the desktop, and if you open that folder, you might find you've got lots and lots of images. And you can check them out. There's a nice image. I can drag that image in and drop it into the page. And there's the image ready to use. And if I look up here at my inspector toolbar, I can look at the image. I can put a picture frame around that image. I can scale the image down, the picture frame, the border around the outside. I can even give it a funky picture frame. And I can change around with the shadow and the angle of the shadow. And I can even make the picture fade in and out with the opacity tool here. We've got lots of tools there for our picture. Okay, lots of different sections we can fiddle around with our picture as well. We can modify it and we can reduce the size and we can edit it and put it where we'd like it to be. And it'll even sort of move around with the text and give you sizes and tools and snap to places. So I've put a nice picture in there with the background in. Now I could do the same from here, from my media toolbar. A nice image of an apple there. Just drag the apple image in. We've got a nice, we can move that image around. You can see it snapping to the guides there. And again, I can put a shadow on that. I can put the shadow offset, change the angle of the shadow, give the shadow a colour maybe. It's got a green halo around the back of it. And we've got an image there we've put in there all the way from our media toolbar. We've used the colours. We've got the media toolbar there for us to sort of play around with. So we've got a little bit of text added, got a little picture we've brought in from outside, and we've got some information there with a little Apple icon. Now if I was looking to sort of put a box around one of these, let's say I wanted a nice background coloured box around the quick brown fox jumped, I could grab a shape, let's say a rectangular box, and I can pick that shape up and I can draw with the shape, and I can send that shape to the back, which means it will go behind my text here. I can move that box around. First of all, get it where I would like it, and then I can tell it to go to the back. And you can see it's fitted right behind my quick brown fox, and it fits in there. I like the colour of that, so let's just change the colour to maybe something like a, as you can see, it's updating as we go. There we go, nice sort of orangey colour. Okay, but actually I'd like it to be the same colour as the blue sort of images on there, on this sort of iPad here. So I'm using a little colour picker tool, and that'll pick out the colour, and there we go. Bit of a strange blue that, but no mind. I'm also maybe thinking I might like gradient fill, so it goes from blue to perhaps a very light, like so. Now that blue there doesn't fit in very well, so I can change the colour there. Let's make that the green of the hornet, or the animal that's on here. There we go, there we go, so it all blends in together. Doesn't quite fit in there. Let's just think about how we can maybe centre that. So I can centre it with this tool here, and we've got our information here. It's not fitting in with the blue, is it? Let's make this text something like white, shall we? So 4 clicks to pick it up. Pick up the white here. There we go, that fits in quite nicely. So in the space of a few seconds we've put a box with some text on top of it, and they're layered, so one above the other. We've got an image we've brought in, and we've got an image of an Apple icon there with a border and a background. So we've brought 3 things in from there. We've added some text, we've added some shapes, we've added an Apple icon. Let's finish off by adding an arrow going down. So there's our arrow, it's come in already. And I might like to make that arrow double-ended. And we'll make it a little bit thicker. And I'm going to give it a colour. And I'm going to rotate it. And I'm going to bring it in here. I'm going to hide it behind the image, on top of the image there. So I've got an Apple iPad. It's saying, look at that, it's an Apple iPad. And you can see there's the button to press for the Apple iPad. We've got simply there another shape on top of that. There's lots of other shapes in here. We can even create our own. And if you see here, it gives us a little bit of instructions. It says to draw a shape, click to create the first point. Click to create another location to create the next point. To stop drawing, click back to the first point. And there we've made a shape which we can now pick up. We can fill the line and give the line a colour, and we can fill the inside with something like as good as an image. There we go. So I've made a cool little image with something inside it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that quick demonstration. Just one last thing to do. If you wanted to put an image inside a circle, you could do exactly like I've just done then, or you could do this. You grab the image and drag it inside the circle, and there you go. You can now edit that mask and make the whole thing fit inside the circle. Let's have the word iPad. We've fitted it inside our circle. Hope you enjoyed that quick demonstration of text, images and shapes. check back for the next film in a few days' time. Thanks. Bye bye.